Am I the a-hole for blowing up at my wife over my daughter's school picture? Throwaway and fake names. I, 60 male, have been married to my wife, 51 female, for around 15 years. We also have a beautiful daughter named Haeyoung, 17 female, who is in her junior year of high school. Yesterday after school, Haeyoung came up to my wife and showed me her school pictures, both her photo and her group/grade photo. They were taken back in February, but they had just arrived today. I complimented Haeyoung and told her how beautiful she looked in the photos, before telling her how proud I was to see her grow up throughout the ages, before showing my wife the pictures of our daughter. It did not go the way I thought/hoped it would go. Instead of looking at it for a bit before saying something, my wife immediately pointed out to Haeyoung that she was looking too downward at the camera, and that her eyes looked strained/forced. I was a bit taken aback at first, but I decided to just keep listening. My wife then said to my daughter that she would have to have rehearsals for school pictures with her for next year, because in my wife's words, Haeyoung still doesn't understand how to properly pose, smile and look beautiful for a school picture. I was a bit irritated, but I let it slide. What set me off though was my wife then said, Haeyoung's picture is a fail. Honestly, Melissa looks the prettiest out of everyone. Haeyoung got quiet and said, I'm gonna be honest, my picture this year is really bad compared to sophomore year. I got mad that evening. We had a huge argument in the living room. I told my wife that she was being cruel to our daughter, and since school pictures were over, there was no point being so picky over it. My wife retaliated, saying, even Haeyoung says that she doesn't like how she looks in her school picture. I was just being honest. I'm only trying to help her. She then went into her room and started crying, saying that I didn't understand her. I will admit, I raised my voice while we were having that argument, and I'm seriously sitting here questioning myself about whether I was the a-hole or not. After our argument, I knocked on Haeyoung's door, and I could tell by her expression that she had listened to every piece of the argument. I feel bad because I may have overreacted to something as simple as school pictures. Plus, I ruined my daughter's evening and my wife's too. And I also made my wife cry. So Reddit, am I the a-hole? Edit. This is not the first time my wife has said something like this. This is why I feel even more terrible because I let my daughter suffer like this. I did give my wife a word or two, but I always told Haeyoung that this was just the way she spoke, and that she did love her. I want to cry right now, especially after overhearing Haeyoung crying herself to sleep yesterday night. She always kept on a brave face around me and my wife, but it just breaks me even more, now knowing she feels like she can't talk to me either. I've failed her. Haeyoung always asked me every morning if she looked beautiful. She would always ask at mealtimes if she was eating too much. I'm so afraid of the damage we both put her through for so long. I'm so scared she's going to develop an eating disorder, and I'm going to make sure to set things straight with my wife and take care of my daughter better. She is always my priority.